What is going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wesley from A Connection TV here on YouTube, the one place on the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And welcome to my channel. If this is your first time seeing me, definitely follow me on all social media, Twitter and Instagram at Wes the Good Guy. And my TikTok is there, Wes the Good Guy, for as long as TikTok is going to be there. It's supposed to be over in 2025, but whatever, we shall see. We also have a new president that has 34 felonies, a known fascist, a known racist, sexual abuser, all of the things and above, and he is our president. Anyways, moving on. Listen, we are here for episode 11 of the challenge entitled The Era of the Purge. Yes, indeed, that has been a thing on the challenge where people get purged. I mean, we just saw it. And we're going to see it again. Oh, yes, I'm here for it. Yes, indeed, because there are a lot of people left on the show. And I'm wondering if this is going to be like a 30-episode situation. But anyways, I digress. Let's get into it. Last week, Michelle took Naya out. Are we surprised? Not really. I mean, Naya is pretty to look at, although Josh doesn't necessarily think so. Because Naya was on Johnny Bananas' podcast. And she's been on social media. I follow her on social media. She's cool, but she's just not a winner. Talking candidly about her and Josh's TV relationship or TV thing. And she goes on her Twitter record and says that she is never going to get into it with anyone ever again on the challenge in terms of like relationships or flirting or manships or friendmanships, whatever she wants to call them. She's never going to do it again. She makes it clear that her and Kyland, once the show was over. Okay. And Kyland shows his love by being underneath that thread saying, hey, you know, it's all love. You're a phenomenal person and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, great. And then on Johnny Bananas' podcast, she stated that she got into the shower butt naked, asked Josh to get in the shower with her. Josh gets in the shower with her, and, you know, Josh couldn't take the heat. Josh couldn't take what Naya was serving. And he said that he needed to go take a crap. So he left the shower to go take a crap. And according to her, he did take a crap. But apparently after that was when she kind of started looking at Kyland, I guess. Whatever. For me, I don't know about having options on a TV show. Kind of makes things look a certain way to me. But Josh versus Kyland. What are we? I mean, it's a clear winner here. We're definitely picking Kyland. What are we talking about? Clear winner. Michelle is back. Everyone, not everyone, but some people are cheering her on. Jenny did. And we get a scene where Michelle is seemingly giving Kyland and Olivia advice about what they should do and who they believe in and who they trust in. I want to say I heard Michelle say that she should have put in Josh. I said that last week. I don't understand why she did not. He would have definitely gone home. But then again, I don't know, because Josh didn't get last. Nehemiah did in the Purge, and Josh is still there off his own merit. So, I mean, he's not a total waste. But I was confused. Why? No, I wasn't, because Michelle and Jay kind of really ran it. They ran it last season. So she's used to politicking. I'll give that to Michelle. But for some reason, people think of her as someone who's not capable of winning much. And I don't know why that is. She's lasting. She is. She beat out Laurel. Johnny Bananas is going through his Johnny Bananas tour, and he's basically saying that it's because of him that Jordan got pegged out and put into, you know, elimination or made a target. And then Nehemiah is saying that the reason why he was picked was because he called Michelle a snake. And he says, I should not have called her a snake. I don't recall this, but yeah, you shouldn't have called her a snake. Nehemiah is saying that, you know, he doesn't necessarily want to go up against Johnny and Jordan or Jordan, but that he went against CT and took CT out. And I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, that's something to look forward to. I mean, you got to give yourself hope. You've been doing this just as long as they have. So, yeah. But, you know, when the stats aren't statting, yeah, it's kind of, it's a slim chance. It's a slim chance. But a chance nonetheless. Then we get, you know, a montage of them going in like an ice bucket or whatever. And we see Corey put his fine ass in an ice bucket. And I don't know if Derek was talking about his booty or Corey's booty. But I heard him say something about you can't fit that fat ass in that bucket, or I can't fit. Maybe he said I can't fit my fat ass in that bucket, and he kind of like arched his back. His ass is not fat. Now Corey's on the other hand. That man got Lord Jesus. I don't know if he was who he was talking. But in my mind, he was talking about Corey. Because, baby. Aviv injured herself on the container elliptical course that they had. Her heel, she can't necessarily stand on it. So she's hoping that she doesn't have to do any running in the next challenge. Then we get a conversation with Cara talking to us and the people in the room, asking where she has been all season. I said this last season. I said this. I said Tori is the new Cara. Yes, indeed. She is. She is. She definitely is. I don't know where the hell Cara has been. I don't know where the hell Cara has been the last couple of seasons, even though she was number 2 in the final, but still. Like, where have you been, Cara? Then we get, an unnecessary video clip of Johnny Bananas and Laurel talking about what they're doing with the money. You know, it's hard to figure out what you would do with the money since you've won like 7 times, and this is going to be my 8th. I want to help my dad. So you mean to tell me in the 7 times that you've won, you've not helped your dad at all? Then Laurel says, oh, yeah, I want to help the pets. I've seen too many pets in Vietnam walking around with hanging titties. Lets me know that they got puppies somewhere and they're looking for food. Girl, bye. Jordan says that he wants to tie CT with 5 wins. And that's cool. I think that's definitely doable. Although there are some badass people left in this challenge. And I mean, like, everyone that's getting the boot now are kind of badass. The only, like, real not so badass people left are Olivia and Michelle. But hey, Olivia beat out mad women. You know, she's still here in the mini final. I mean, she didn't get first. But hey, you know, you can't count her out. Rachel talks to Kyland, and I still have yet to see Kyland talk to a man on the show. I have yet to see Kyland talk game to a man on the show. What is that about? I'm so confused. What is that about? I mean, even in his post-confessional, he said that he liked Theo, and Theo was cool. We never see them talk. I'm so confused. I guess they speak of no kind of substance. But then again, we get to see Corey and Nehemiah talk for like 30 seconds every episode, only to then have Nehemiah. Anyways, I digress. Cara and Josh tell Olivia that Theo has never been this way in the challenge, and I'm guessing that they're talking about, well, not guessing, they're making it clear that they're talking about his infatuation or like or lust for Olivia. Olivia is a lucky girl because that man is fine. Olivia's pretty too, but I don't really like women. So that man is, ooh, fine. We get to the mini purge, and you know, I really want to cut through all the kerfuffle because none of it matters. None of it matters. And you know why none of it matters? Because baby daddy wins, okay? Baby daddy wins. Kyland wins. Kyland is the victor. And you know who gets first women's place? Tori, the new, AKA Cara. What are we talking about? I was pleasantly pleased and happy at those two winning. It would have been nice for Cara to win, but girl, I mean, like she says, Cara, where are you, girl? We're trying to figure that out, okay? Sucks for Theo that Theo had a 2-minute penalty, but even with the 2-minute penalty, he still flew past people in the first checkpoint and got to the puzzle before a lot of people as well. So even though he got the penalty, he still made it through. Unfortunately, we lose Nehemiah because he's last. And fortunately, Laurel quits because she's a punk. And she realizes, like Cara says, that this is going to be a competition. This is going to be an uphill battle. You're not just breezing through this. So I love to see Laurel gone. I don't miss her at all. Sucks to see Nehemiah gone because he's a good person, right? Yeah, boom. We get conversations with Nehemiah and Corey like this really amounted to anything. Like they're going to be cool after the show, but okay. Like every episode they were talking just so Nehemiah could go home. I don't understand that. I'm in my mind, I'm like, there's definitely better conversations being had in this house that would amount to something later on in the game. But Nehemiah and Corey were a focal point all game, only for Nehemiah to lose in the purge. Makes absolutely no sense in the storyboarding or editing of this at all. Okay. And I'm still pissed. I don't understand why Corey and Kyland, or Corey and Theo and Kyland, why aren't they talking? I'm so confused. I don't understand it. Corey is blaming the fact that no one really likes him in the house and that, everybody wants him out. Nehemiah was the only one. So that would put Kyland in that boat as well. If Kyland is like reigning supreme and beating all these bitches and coming back after elimination, why am I not getting up with the new guy? Do they already know each other and not like each other? I'm really confused with this. I don't understand it. If Corey only has Nehemiah and Kyland has no one, why aren't they coming together? I don't get it. It seemed like they have the same common enemy, Josh. And I think that's where a lot of my frustration with this or confusion is coming from with this, because Kyland had his run-in with Josh. Corey had his run-in with Josh. And anyways, I digress. So Laurel and Nehemiah are eliminated. Johnny and Jordan, because they were targets, have to potentially go against Theo. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, the way that this climaxed was just amazing to me, because I don't know, I just thought it was hot. It was exciting and exhilarating that some good people actually won the challenge. Tori and Kyland, to me, are good people. So I was genuinely excited. And I was happy that Theo, even though he had the 2-minute penalty, made it through. So it's like, you can never give up, Laurel. You should never give up. But I was thoroughly excited by the results of this particular challenge. To no surprise, Derek ends up putting on a wig and, being silly and acting like a psychic or whatever. But to my surprise, Theo puts on the same wig and gives his prediction, saying that he's going to beat Johnny. Now, this was definitely foreshadowing. And I don't know if it was foreshadowing for the good or for the bad, but it was definitely foreshadowing for them to include this part, because I've never seen Theo, let alone one in a wig, but let alone be cool enough to like do that. You know what I'm saying? So that was cool seeing the scene. It wasn't just the gay man putting on the wig. The straight man put on a wig too. I like that. That's what I want to see more of. Shit. We jump to the conversation, and in my mind, I'm looking at Tori like, she looks good. Tori looks good. And Kyland is just fine as hell. I like Kyland, and I'm just happy that the two of them are sitting at the head of the table for the deliberation on who should go in elimination. We already know that it's going to be Johnny. Tori has made it perfectly clear that she is not aligned with him. She's not going to pick her ex-fiance, because I don't think they ever got married, her ex-fiance over, or did they get married? Whatever, her ex over Johnny. And it is what it is. Johnny, being Johnny, decides to clip his toenails at the table and fling his toenails at Tori. This is the second time that Johnny has been blatantly disrespectful to her face. And I just don't understand why anyone would think this is pretty hot and or tempting. I'm over it. I'm over Johnny and his antics. I really am. Johnny then goes on to insult Kyland. And I see Kyland, I see his face. Now, we know Kyland talks his now. You know what I'm saying? He's not a pushover. But Kyland is mute. And I'm wondering why Kyland is mute at this moment, because he usually has a mouth on him. And he will talk to, and has talked back to anyone. So I'm shocked in this moment, because his face looks like it's a face in disbelief. But then he doesn't say anything to Johnny. So I'm like, okay, what happened in this moment? Johnny's like, there's no point in me even being here. Why am I here? I'm getting up. I'm leaving. Bye. And, Theo walks away and he daps up, Kyland, and daps up Tori. And then Kyland is like, what's wrong with my wardrobe? I think my wardrobe is simple and cool. Some along the lines. Nothing is wrong with your wardrobe. He's a big baby and he's just upset that he cannot control Tori. He can control Josh and the rest of the peons, but he cannot control Tori. So we get to this challenge and it looks peculiar. It is new. Theo has beat Johnny in elimination before. So he's, eyeing this course to trying to figure out what it's going to give and if he has an opportunity or a chance to like win this. Then we see clips from Derek and Corey talking about how Banana staying in the game will make him a shield for them. And then maybe y'all can help me understand. I was a bit confused. But Derek was like, if Johnny stays in the game, he can target the women that are on my alliance. And if he targets the women that are on my alliance, means that I won't get targeted. Oh, I think I just understood it. I think what he was saying was that if his women keep getting picked to be in elimination, then they're never going to pick him to go in elimination. I think that's what he meant. Because I was so confused. Why are you talking about he wants his women to keep being targeted? I was so confused, but I think I finally got it now. I was like, what is he talking about? Then I just have to say this, and I know I've probably said it before in one of my, or a couple of my reviews. Cara Maria is probably the prettiest woman on this cast right now. Like, I don't know if y'all like actually look at Cara Maria's face, but Cara Maria is gorgeous. She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. Like Olivia to me used to like really, really be gorgeous, but she's not like really, really fab anymore. She's not like really fab anymore. I don't know. It's something about her look that just looks not really fab. But Cara looks really freaking fab. Let me find out. Let me see how old Cara Maria is. Cara Maria is 38 and Donald Trump is 78. God damn, 78? God damn. Donald Trump is 78? Oh, wow. Cara Maria is 38. Wow. I mean, you know, she looks good, period. She looks good. I just had to throw that in there. Though, so we get fine ass Theo against Chow Man, Baby Man, Johnny. And this game is actually pretty dope. I'm actually enjoying this elimination round. And Theo is proving why he deserves to be on the challenge over and over and over again. They make it through 13 rounds before, you know, Theo actually gets caught up. And he gets caught up because in just about every other round over Theo, Johnny was getting 2 polls versus Theo's 1 poll. And so it is what it is. I knew Johnny was going to win. And in my mind, I don't care what anybody tells me, like, because they knew Johnny was going into elimination, this is the course that they gave them. In my mind, I don't think that these courses are laid out like beforehand. I think that these courses are on set. They're all on site. And the producers pick and choose what course they want to give based on what they think that the people are going to do with it. You know, I just feel that. I feel that in my heart and in my loins. I do. Anyways, Theo goes home. He kisses his baby girl, Olivia. I'm just waiting for 2 men to kiss on this TV. Like, I'm waiting for there to be a man-on-man relationship. And, you know, the man's leaving and, you know, the other man is like, oh, baby, I'm going to miss you. Mwah, and they kiss. Am I ever going to do that? I mean, I'm living in a Trump world, a Trump United States, divided states of America. Okay? I'm living in a Trump's divided states of America. I mean, people would say West is not really divided because practically every state voted for Donald Trump. But no, we're divided because if you voted for Donald Trump, you voted against me as a black gay man in America. Period. If you voted for Donald Trump, you voted against women. And so many women voted for Donald Trump. Maybe they're content with the babies that they have. Maybe they don't see them as potential our victims. Maybe they don't think that they're having issues with wanting abortions or whatever the case may be. Whatever. I was about to say something, but you know what? Let's leave the election and what went down out of this video. I'm talking about the challenge. Now, allegedly, I'm supposed to be doing an interview with Kyland tomorrow at 4 Eastern. I'm going to see if he wants to do it live or not. Stay tuned and stay looped into my YouTube to figure that out. Because you guys really don't follow me on social media to know what's going on. I don't have like a channel, a challenge T page or anything like that because the challenge is never that deep for me. I'll leave that to, what is his YouTube like, Generation 9 or whatever that man's YouTube is. He sits in front of the green screen and like he reads from the phone and has like all the stats and stuff. Like, yeah, no, I'm not him. But he's great at what he does. He's great at what he does. So yeah, leader questions. We had a couple questions on the last video. Put the rest of the questions down on this video. If the interview happens, I will definitely ask your questions. I'm gonna write my questions down tonight. But anyways, what were your thoughts of this particular episode? Let me know how you feeling. My top 3 changes often, but who are your top 3? Kyland, Tori. It's no longer Nehemiah, no longer Theo. They're booted out. And Tori. Those are my new top 3. I don't really care for Michelle because of what she did to Nerys, even though they probably apologized or whatever. Don't really care for Olivia because of what she did to Nerys, even though they probably apologized or whatever. And there's no one else in the game that I care about. Those are my top 3. Kyland first. No, I'm sorry. It's Corey first, Kyland second. And then Tori. But Kyland is always baby daddy 1. Baby daddy. Kyland is baby daddy number 1. Corey is who I want to win number 1 because he's been doing this longer than Kyland. And he has babies and, a wife. I think they're married. A girl, a woman, I want Corey to win. He's been doing this way too long. And I was seeing like old reruns on my TV and Corey and Nelson was on it and Derek, they all looked like babies. Anyway, I would love for Corey to win. I already know who makes it to the final. I'm just not saying anything because y'all will get upset. Y'all will get upset if I say who makes it to the final, but whatever. Anyways, I love y'all. Deuces.